Hello and welcome back to our podcast. My name is Dr. Alison Chiwara. I am the CEO and founder of Human Focused Ltd, a company that is dedicated to creating healthier and happier workforces all around, and workplaces, of course. Here's a question for you. When was the last time your workplace or recruitment strategy truly considered the different ways people think and learn? Are we as professionals and leaders tapping into the full potential of our intellectually diverse communities? Or are we unintentionally missing out on a really valuable perspective? Today, I'm going to take you on a trip to challenging the status quo, where we'll explore the ideas that spark change. The idea of embracing intellectual diversity at work. And we are going to look into the amazing Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. And it's absolutely a game changer when you get to understand it. Its relevance in creating workplaces that just don't talk about diversity, but embody it is extraordinary. And this is why I'm in love with this theory. So, Howard's theory, or Howard Gardner's theory to be precise, of multiple intelligences isn't just an academic exercise. I want to believe, and here at Human Focused Ltd, we believe it's a wake-up call. Gardner proposed a number of years ago that intelligence isn't a one-size-fits-all measure. Instead, he actually thought, well, it's actually a spectrum of abilities that include linguistic, logical, mathematical, spatial, musical, bodily kinesthetics, interpersonal, intrapersonal, natural, and existential intelligence. Now, think about this for a moment. In a typical hiring process, we are only looking for people who fit a narrow mold. Those who we feel excel in what I want to call traditional interviews, for the better choice of a word, and those that respond well to the standardized tests or analytical prowess that we set up for them. And what happens when we do that? Honestly, we are risking missing out on individuals who might not shine in conventional assessments, but bring exceptional talents in other areas. I've often spoke about this, and I have many examples to share. So today I really want to sort of dig deep a little bit and connect this theory to neurodiversity. Well, first of all, let's start with bridging this with neurodiversity, a term again that has gained momentum, but often isn't fully understood. Neurodiversity recognizes that conditions such as autism, ADHD, dyslexia, and others aren't deficiencies, but just different ways of thinking. And these unique cognitive styles align beautifully with Gardner's intelligences. So, for example, a candidate with dyslexia might not necessarily excel in a linguistic-based test, but could have exceptional spatial or bodily kinesthetics intelligence, making them perfect for roles that require creativity and problem solving, or even maybe hands-on innovation or hands-on approach. Now, are we as leaders creating spaces where these talents are recognized and celebrated? Or are we actually still clinging to outdated views of intelligence? I challenge you today to think differently. Gardner himself once said, the biggest mistake of past centuries in teaching has been to treat all of students as if they were variants of the same individual. And thus, he said, was to make them feel justified in teaching them the same subjects in the exact same way. The same can be said for recruitment, I think, in workplace culture. Are we treating job candidates and employees as if they're variants of the same ideal worker? Are we overlooking the unique talents, perhaps, and the values those others could bring? That is my question to you. And then we start to ask, why does it even matter, Alison? Well, here's why this matters. Companies that have this idea or this way of adapting and embracing diverse ways of thinking always and almost often see improved problem solving, creativity, and often adaptability. And need I say, increased productivity. Because by them not only prioritizing certain types of intelligence, they keep themselves open to so many possibilities. What we're doing by just saying these are the people that fit the mold, we are ultimately limiting innovation. We are undoubtedly missing out on the breakthroughs that come from truly diverse teams. Think about the story of Temple Grandin, who was a renowned scientist and advocate for autism. I don't know if many of you know of her. She revolutionized the castle industry by actually using a unique way of visual thinking. So again, that's a type of spatial intelligence. So Grandin's perspective wasn't just different, may I add. It was completely game-changing from what I've read. What if, just for a moment, what if we actively sought out and valued this type of minds in our workspaces? What if we were intentional about really looking at people as a whole and not just looking at them as a one-size-fits-all in this particular mold? What if? Now, let's just pause with that question and reflect. How often do you or your organization recruit, how often do your recruitment strategies look at diverse cognitive abilities when you're recruiting? Are your teams and your organizations filled with individuals who all think in similar ways? Or do you have a wide range of intelligences that really drive creativity and growth? And my question to you as leaders or as aspiring leaders is, can we do better? Can you do better? We really have to think and rethink recruitment and work culture. And how we recruit, how we assess, and how we develop our teams is really important. And what that might mean and practicality is designing perhaps recruitment processes that value different intelligences. So interview tasks that allow for creative problem solving, team activities perhaps that showcase interpersonal skills, and maybe even assessments that could go beyond the conventional. Could that be food for thought? Equally, we can also create really inclusive work environments where neurodiverse employees actually feel like they can belong. I'm going to be controversial here because it isn't just about accessibility that a lot of people have been going on about, and it's crucial, it's important, don't get me wrong. But I feel, and here at Human Focused Ltd, we feel that it's about understanding that cognitive diversity is incredibly crucial as any other form of diversity. It is. Cognitive diversity is just as crucial as any other form of diversity. We advocate for diversity in the workplace, but is this the one type of diversity that perhaps we are omitting? In order for us to really embrace the idea of cognitive diversity and rethinking how we do things, we have to train our leaders to really recognize and realize that we have to develop different intelligences within our teams. I can honestly tell you that a manager who understands what an employee's strengths might be, or that they might not even show up on a spreadsheet, but instead in strategic thinking or interpersonal connections, that manager can unlock real potential that would otherwise remain untapped within that employee. I really wanted to leave you with some food for thought. A lot of us know about Sir Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group. He once said that diversity is being invited to the party. Inclusion is being asked to dance. But I would rather want to take it one step further. True inclusion is that playing the music that everyone can dance to in their own special way. How beautiful would that be? So yes, invite everybody to the party. Or yes, ask them to dance. But what about if we put on a beautiful piece of music that everyone can dance to, but in their own way? Are we creating workspaces where every type of intelligence is asked to dance or can dance when we put the music on? That, ladies and gentlemen, is my question to you. So, here's your challenge. Perhaps as a professional, budding leader, as a member for community, how will you rethink intelligence? Are you ready to see beyond resumes and traditional tests to find true potential in the way that someone thinks, even feels, and how they engage within the world that is presented to them? And if not now, then when are you willing to rethink intelligence in your place? Well, as many of you know, neurodiversity is a really huge subject for me. It's usually the huge one thing that I identify each time companies call us for discovery meetings. And you find that underneath some of the cultural nuance of there is neurodiversity issues that are maybe perhaps misunderstood and untapped into properly. I want to thank you for joining me this very day in challenging in what I want to feel we were challenging the status quo. If this episode, of course, sparked a question or made you pause to reconsider your approach, please do share it with your team or someone in your network. And as you know, we are a corporate mental health and well-being firm. And what we want to do and what we are dedicated to doing is creating happier and healthier workplaces. So let's build workplaces where intellectual diversity isn't just a concept, we can help you with that, but an absolute core value of your DNA as an organization, as a community. So until next time, please do keep challenging, keep questioning, and keep making space for every kind of mind. Until next time, it's goodbye from me to you and your household, from Human Focused Ltd to your organization. Goodbye for now. Until next time. Bye-bye.